with that being said, right, 1,000 different questions running through your mind, and it's mostly the time that you get alone, right? That time where like nothing's going fucking right and everything just fucking hits you.
Oh, bro.
The lyrics specifically say, "Why I gotta be the bad guy all the time, every time, anytime, whenever we going through some shit.
Goddamn.
Baby, whole time, only time that I get some lonely time is whenever we calling it quits."
Goddamn.
So go ahead and talk about those lyrics, bro. Talk about the whole song in general.
Man, Waiting Forever is my baby. That's like...
This is Sad Boy Radio.
All right, everybody, welcome back to Sad Boy Radio. I'm your host, Matt, and today we got a very special guest, someone brand new. I'm sure you see his name on the board already, but I'm going to go ahead and introduce him, Drew the Kid. Go ahead and give yourself an introduction, bro.
It's the Kiid. You already know. That's what it is, you know. Drew the Kid, Chicago, Illinois. I consider myself a rapper with options, you know. Like, I don't just do rapping. I sing, I produce, I try to do a lot of shit. So I'm happy to be, kicking it with Sad Boy Radio.
Thank you, bro. Yeah, a rapper with options, bro, because check out that new video, Waiting Forever.
Man, Waiting Forever, and we got another one, 28th dropping, Kama Sutra, and then we got Valentine's Day, and then we got probably the 28th of February, so we keeping them coming all year.
All year, bro. And honestly, I'm excited for it. I just talking to him a little bit before the camera's turned on, bro. He's got some big shit coming, but
we trying.
We're going to go ahead and talk about those songs a little bit later. We're going to talk about everything that goes into those songs because I think that there's a little more into it, right?
Man, all that shit, bro. It's like, because I don't write my music down. So it's just like literally just pouring out of me, like, in the truest sense. It's just like, just sit in front of the mic. Like, literally I'm doing now. I mean, obviously I got my setup, but just be in front of the mic and I'll just be like, all right, what I want to cry about today. And I just let that shit out.
Hey, bro, Sad Boys for real. I like this guy already, bro.
Sad Boys, bro.
21. He shot me some decent topics that shit that's been on his mind, bro. Honestly, it's super heavy shit because we'll get into it, right? The title of the episode is going to be called Lost. It's a work in progress, but Lost because you had mentioned that lately your vision had felt cloudy, right? That everything's felt clouded, and I've honestly felt that where it's like you feel lost. There's so many fucking different things in life going on that you can't focus in on one thing. Yeah,
bro. That's how it is. It's just, I feel like it's just part of, growing up, me just turning, 21 last September. It's just like, man, I got a song called Grown Man Flow, and it's just all about like me growing up and doing shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like moving out my mama crib, you know what I'm saying, into semi on my own, with my roommates and shit. And it's just like, man, you be like, so much shit be going on, at least for me, and I'm sure for like a lot of, young people, whether it's like school or work or, me like trying to balance my career with, real life. And it's just like, man, you get lost in it all until you like look back. But while you're doing it, you can't look back, you know what I'm saying? Like, so that's why I just be like, it just be foggy. Like I'm just like walking through this haze, you know what I'm saying? And I just be like, damn, like, I don't know if it'll work, but I'm pretty sure it will. So it's just like, I just keep it going. That's what I'm like, you just gotta just have that faith, you know what I'm saying?
No, I feel you, bro. Honestly, like I said, I felt that so many times, especially like this past year where it's like, man, you don't know what's coming next. You got all this shit that you got to take care of, and
bro,
another priority comes along. I know the song Lost by Frank Ocean. It's not about feeling lost, it's more so like drugs and all this shit. But the line specifically, lost in the heat of it all, when I hear that, like, I just feel that shit like, damn, I feel fucking lost and I don't know who the fuck to talk to. So go ahead and talk about that situation for you. How do you handle that?
Honestly, it's just, I feel like, I'm fortunate enough to have a good, support system around me, you know what I'm saying, whether it's family or, it's Angel or Mitty, just all these people and my roommates, you know what I'm saying, like, all these people around me, where, like, at any given moment I could turn to and just kind of vent a little bit. And it's like, there's certain things, whether it's regarding women, I can't, go and call my mama up about, what I'm saying, I could talk to, my roommates and shit, or I could talk to Angel about. And it's like a certain shit where it's just like it's too close to home where I can't talk to them about that. I can hit on my mama and then or my sister. But it's just, man, it's like you see all this shit changing around you, know what I'm saying? Like my second nephew was just born. And
Congratulations.
No, I appreciate it, man. It's like when my first nephew came, it was crazy, and then my second one came, and I'm just like, yeah. But I'm like, I fuck with him though still. I'm like, shout out that boy. But it's wild because you see like, just everybody growing up. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember me and my sister was, kicking it in the crib. You know what I'm saying? Just being kids. But now it's like she got responsibility. She all the way in Cali. And I'm like, out of my mama's house, you know what I'm saying? Everybody done flew the coop. And we just all, like, just doing our thing. And I'm like, man, like, am I doing it right? So it's like, but what's that, you know what I'm saying? What's the threshold of, like, doing something right and doing something wrong? You know what I'm saying? So it's just all, man, it's all weird. But it's like, we just got to go through it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, same thing with the Frank Ocean thing. It's like, you just lost in it. It's just like, you lost, but, some people, they never find their way out, and you know what I'm saying? But, like, I feel like the closer you get to being more comfortable with being lost, that's, like, the goal, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, you're not just finna find this exit, you know what I'm saying? Like, until you die, So it's like, you got to just, talk to yourself and be like, all right, who am I? You know what I'm saying? Everybody got to have that existential crisis.
Yeah. Damn, bro, this boy's spitting because, shit, I think that I've been through that process so many times where I've looked back and I'm like, damn, all my friends are fucking grown. For me, I went to school, right? So being in college, I always felt like I had an extra leeway in how much longer I can act like, I wouldn't say a kid, but a young adult, right? You get that little extra leash, like, okay, once you graduate, then you got to be a fucking adult.
Exactly. And it's, for somebody like me too, like, I always was kind of like a little like envious of that school experience, you know what I'm saying? Because it just seems so like tracked out, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, that's not the case. Like just talking to people who've been in school or are in school right now is just like, it's always changing. But for me, especially being somebody who came from being in like advanced classes or like, being in them AP programs and stuff, and then deciding like after high school, like, nah, I'm gonna just focus on doing this shit, and I kind of know where I want to be at. Now it's just about making a way of it, you know what I'm saying? Especially with something as vague as music, you're like, all right, where the fuck do I go from here? So it's like, whether it's working this little shitty-ass job just to, get to the next stage and the next stage, or you just like, fuck it, I just can't do nothing and I just gotta dive into what I'm passionate about, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, it's a little weird, and it's like you really be feeling like you spiraling out of control sometimes. But then that's why, again, it's like it's important to have that like support group, you know what I'm saying? So it's just that's what I believe is the key, just finding other people who are also, kind of lost, you know what I'm saying? And then just be like, yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm like, at least I know, I know where to find you at.
The blind leading the blind, bro.
Leading the blind, bro. That's what it is, bro. That's what it is.
Man, you're just spitting the day, bro.
I be trying, bro. I be spitting every day. I ain't gonna lie. Don't downplay me. Don't downplay me.
What's your manager got to say about that, bro? He be spitting every day?
I mean, what is there to be said that isn't gonna be said?
You know what I'm saying?
The kid's been self-perpetuating, self-trained since day one, so just give him a chance. He'll tell you everything.
Are we gonna get emotional again? Angel hate it when cause we be meeting new people all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like we always talking to people, and then they kind of see how we work or like how we operate, and their first thing is like, so where did y'all meet? You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, we always got to go back to the story. And I'm like, Angel done heard this story about 25 times already, but I'm gonna say it again.
Go ahead, give them the story real quick.
Nah, this man Angel, let me tell you why this man Angel is one of the GOATs already. It's just like, it's hilarious. Cause it's like, he called that shit, before anybody, like before me. He was like, man, he like you got something, you know what I'm saying? Cause we was at a camp at the studio we used to work out of. And I guess they had like, it was like Christmas break, so nobody was in the studio for like however many days. And we was like sleeping in the studio, just working on music. And that was the first time I met Angel and some other people from our, little crew that we run with. I was working with my homie, Nick Keenan. He was on here before, yeah.
Is this the same writing camp that Abel and Adam met at?
Nah, that's different. That was after me and Angel then reunited and became a powerhouse. That's what it was. But nah, this camp was just like, everybody was just kind of like, just a bunch of Lucy's, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody was just running around, and We have people come from Milwaukee and, you know, all these places. But I always look at that as like my rite of passage. That's what I look as my rite of passage, because I'm like, man, everything that could have went wrong that week before that camp, like, happened. Like, my sister came back down because she in the Navy. So she had came back in town, and the car that I was using, I had got it, but it was my mom's car. It was in her name. So she was like, yeah, I'm going to give it to your sister. And then I'm just like, damn, so now I ain't got no car, even though it's like my car. And I'm like, all right, I guess I got to deal with that. And then we in the south suburbs, so I got to take, I had to take like 2 trains downtown all the way to Union Station and walk like 30 minutes in the cold, because this was December. So I'm like, bro, I was like, I don't care what I got to do. If I got to kill somebody, I'm getting to this camp. I don't give a fuck. And then so get on the train, walk 30 minutes, get there, freezing cold, and then you know, all these people there, and then Angel there, but I don't know nobody except for Nick. And then so I'm just kind of floating around, like trying to get my bearings or whatever. And then I'm seeing Angel, this man wearing all black, of course. Nick got a ponytail. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, this was he was way bigger back then. I was just like, man, I don't know what it is about him, but that nigga intimidating. I was like, I don't know what it. Yeah, I was like, man, I fuck with him. I was like, he intimidating us. So I was like, I ain't gonna say nothing to him. And then, so I was like just kicking it with everybody else. And then it was like one of them slow moments in the camp. And I'm in like the main room or whatever, just me being me. I think I was like, 17 at the time, 17, 18. And I'm just like playing my music just because I'm a fucking narcissist. So I'm like, I don't give a fuck about everybody else doing it. Let me listen to my shit, even though my shit was trash. But I'm playing it. Angel come in. He like playing some shit. And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, play me some more. Play some more. He's like, damn. He like, I fuck with this. So I was like, for real? I'm like, it's kind of trash, but all right, for sure. Long story short, he ended up was just like, man, like, work on this song, did it. They was fucking with it, and then he was like, come to Milwaukee, work on this shit for like Scooby-Doo or something, and that's how I got into like the whole sync world. Scooby-Doo, right? It's weird ass shit, right? And I'm like, man, I remember my mama was tripping. She was like, you using him to move drugs? Like, why you taking my son to Milwaukee and all this shit? And she's like, what's his Facebook? I'm like, shit, all right. Got his Facebook or whatever. And then she pull up, because my mom got this Escalade. So she finally dropped me off at Angel crib. She pull up in this Escalade feeling like the president or some shit. Yeah, look, the windows is like not tinted, but you can't like really see through them.
No wonder this dude's bougie, bro. He's getting driven around in Escalades.
Yeah, well, though, low key, but meanwhile, I ain't got no fucking car. And that's the thing. So like, we pull up, and then my mom dropping me off, and she rolled the window down. As soon as she rolled the window down, her phone is already up. Take a picture of Angel. She's like, okay, I got you. I could go. And then shit, that's how you knew that shit was real. And then we went to Milwaukee, did that shit. And it's been flowing for what, 3 years? Yeah, about 3 years. So
it's been a minute.
It's been a minute.
Congratulations on the fucking work relationship, I guess.
Yeah. It's beauty. It's rare to find that, you know what I'm saying? Like, 'cause I had a manager before him, and it was, you know, he was a good dude, but it was like I couldn't even sign the contract, you know, because I was 17, and it wouldn't have been legally binding. So I'm just young out here just grinding on fucking LinkedIn and shit. And you know, it's just like he wanted to work, but you know, it's like you can't force shit like that. You know what I'm saying? If you're trying to force a management situation or just like a friendship or a connection or whatever, it's never gonna work. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's always gonna be that disconnect. So that shit just happened so naturally and seamless. So like, I'm blessed for sure.
This whole circle, bro, like fucking Nico, Abel, Adam, like Johnny Carter, then you two come in and you guys are all connected. Like
all them, man. Shout out to all them dudes too, man, because it's just I feel like it's just the energy just draws, you know, to each other. Like me coming from, even though I'm from Chicago, but like me coming from Miami, and those are the first people I link with when I'm back, because I wasn't making music before I moved. So it was like, and even when I got back, I was just kind of getting my feet wet. So it was like just to start over, and those are the first people I connect with. Is like that shit, like you can't write that shit up. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's just amazing.
And you're the youngest from them.
I'm the baby, man. I'm the baby.
That, you know what they say about the youngest child, right?
What they say?
They always got to be the top ones.
Feel me, bro? I got a chip on my shoulder, man. I'm like, man, them niggas be talking shit. I ain't gonna lie. You feel me? Yeah, I'm like, since day one, I'm just like, man, I'm like, they always stunt on me getting ramen and shit. Oh, you think I'm so bougie now? Because I'm like, man, it's just, as I said, the lifestyle that chose me, hanging out with, bro, I guarantee you go hang out with Nick just for a second. You gonna do some real white people shit, I guarantee you, bro. It's gonna be crazy. But that's why I'm like, man, just blessed, like all these experiences, like kind of the first studio I ever recorded out of, it's like, you know, and it's funny how everything is a circle, because the studio I was recording out of is owned by the people that I just started interning for. And like I've had a really good working relationship with them too in the sync world, but we get into that later. But that's like a, you know, $100,000 studio, beautiful views of Chicago, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, me coming from, you know, like out west, you know what I'm saying? Just like, and then, but even just being in Miami, you know, them studios trash too. So coming there, it's just like, damn, like, all right, I could do this. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's the thing that keeps you going. Because, you know, people, they be like, I feel like that's the difference between the people who like try to do it and they like, you know, it don't really work out for them versus the people who like actually make it all the way through and break into the industry. It's just like all these little things taking them in and then like being reminded like it's real. You know what I'm saying? Like it's possible to be there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Honestly, it's really about the circle you got. At the end of the day, it's really about the people that you're working with. I was just watching an interview today. It was like another podcast. Some guy that had just hit me up.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "Oh, I'll be a guest on your podcast." And so I was checking out his stuff, and he's talking about how sometimes you just get in a funk, right? Yeah. And it's kind of like the funk you're talking about, where people don't see the results, so they just kind of stop and they lose the passion right away.
That's the shit. That's what I'm like, man. It's just, that's like the worst shit. That's like cancer, honestly. Like, just getting that feeling of defeat, just that taste of like defeat and like being discouraged. And then it's just like, man, if you don't hurry up and do anything to get yourself like out of it, like whether it's like, I remember I ain't have no equipment for the longest back when I was trying to like, you know, just do shit and like at least get better at, you know, writing, you know, and rapping and whatever. I'm like, bro, I remember I just had this big ass speaker and I would literally just like write down songs, you know what I'm saying? Just write down songs. I try to do like 3 a day. And then I'm like, well, not even just songs, but like just trying to write something every day, because it's like you hitting up people, they're not hitting you back, you know what I'm saying? Like you like, man, can I record here? Can I work with you? Can you send me? And they like, nah. But you like, all right, what's gonna keep me going? Fucking YouTube and your phone, you know what I'm saying? Like that's it, just keep writing.
But that's why you need the right support system, because going back to the podcast, right, that I was talking about, he talks about like, you know, sometimes I don't feel every single thing I do. Sometimes I don't feel connected to it, and that shit sucks when you don't feel connected to the work.
Right.
But having the right support system, it brings you back. Like every time I do an interview with somebody from your guys' camp, like bro, that shit makes me fucking extra motivated. I'm like, damn, all right, on to the next. Yeah, and I shout out Nico, bro, because that dude sent me a bunch of fucking names. He's like, hit up this dude. That's how I got you, bro. He was like, hit up Drew the Kid. I was like, all right. I told him reach out to you, but you had replied to me right before he responded. So I was like, yeah, he already responded to me. So yeah, man.
Yeah, I'll be quick on the DMs, bro. You never know there's some hoes up in there, bro.
But talk to my manager.
Right, bro. Talk to my manager. Man, anybody got some inquiries, bro, hit up that man Angel. He'll get back. Like, I'll get back to you. It's just like, he gonna make that shit happen. Like, that's the thing, because I be like, I never know what's going on. Like, the whole time I ain't even finna front my shit. Like, I just be kind of just going with the flow.
He just tells you where to be. And
yeah, bro. He be like, yeah, we got an editing session on Wednesday. Or he like, we got this shoot on this day. And I'm like, all right, for sure. And I still be late. every time.
He was just telling us, like, breaking an artist, it's hard no matter what.
Yeah.
And he's like, you could have the perfect kid fall in your lap, and that shit's still gonna be hard. He's like, he said good things about you. He didn't mention that you're always late, but I see the one flaw that he might have been referencing.
I ain't finna lie, bro. Like, you know, ain't nobody perfect, but it's just like, damn, bro, I really be milking that shit. Like, I be like, and it's funny too, cause I mean, Zell know when we was just driving here, bro. I drive like a madman, like it's not my fault that I'm late. I'm like, bro, I'll be like, no, I gotta fucking get there. I'm like, bro, all I have to do is leave, like, you know, a little bit earlier. But I'm such a procrastinator, like, and I feel like that reflects, that transfers over in like every aspect of my life. But it's sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. But definitely something I'm still trying to figure out if I need to work on it or not. Cause I'm like, I don't know, maybe it's my superpower. like, okay, he like, no, work on that shit.
Well, let's use that as a transition back to the topic, right? Feeling lost, just like you said, procrastinating. My problem is I procrastinate so much because I'm overthinking, because I have a fucking 1,000 different things running through my mind. And just those questions, man, they really, they take a toll on you. So what I actually wanted to talk about was the song Waiting Forever, right, bro?
Yeah.
With that being said, right, 1,000 different questions running through your mind, and it's mostly the time that you get alone, right? That time where, like, nothing's going fucking right and everything just fucking hits you.
Oh, bro.
The lyrics specifically say, why I gotta be the bad guy all the time, every time, anytime, whenever we going through some shit.
Goddamn.
Baby, whole time, only time that I get some lonely time is whenever we calling it quits.
Goddamn.
So go ahead and talk about those lyrics, bro. Talk about the whole song in general.
Man, Waiting Forever is my baby. That was one of the first few songs that I started like trying to like freestyle with. Like I wasn't completely freestyling like how I am now, but I was like taking voice memos and then finding the loose melodies in my voice memos and putting lyrics to them. So like that was like kind of what transitioned me into that. But that was like what, 2019 or something. That was forever ago I wrote that. And then it was just like, man, I don't even think I had a bed at this time. Like, yeah, I was like low key like kind of fucked up. Not like super fucked up, but like fucked up in my mind to where it's like I was just in my mama crib and I was so like into the music and so passionate about it. I had took my bed out my room and like threw it away or whatever, or like donated or whatever, just so I could put all of my equipment in there. And I put like this little like futon, like this little like sofa couch or whatever. And I used to sleep on that bitch every night. Horrible cricks in my neck, everything, whatever. But I was just so like into it. I was like, man, I want to be able to roll like out of bed in the morning and roll right into my chair and record. Like that's like just my mindset I was on. So I was just like super like laser in focus, you know what I'm saying? So I was talking to this girl, well my ex, my second ex, who like, still haunts me to this day. but I was like kind of talking to her, and this was like right after because usually it was like on and off thing, but she would just be like, going through her things, and she was like, well, maybe we shouldn't do it. And I was like, all right, for sure. And then she'd come back and be like, maybe we should. And then I'm like, but this time it was different because I was like, all right, nah, I don't think I'm going to be able to, I feel like I'm doing you a disservice if I keep trying to sell you these dreams or whatever. And then, it was like this whole big thing or whatever, and we just kind of started talking again. But I don't know, man. That girl is like every year, it's like she got it marked on the calendar.
Is that the one that you had mentioned?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, man. She a real special girl. You know what I'm saying? But like, I don't know. We got our differences. It's just, this lifestyle is not for everybody. But and I completely understood. But I don't know, man. We was just like going through some shit. I had just came from Miami, cause she in Miami, but she from Chicago. That's why like in high school we like connected. Like every time I would go back, it would be like all love, you know what I'm saying? And I would leave, and then some shit happened. So it's just the long distance shit I couldn't do. And then I told her that, and she was like, appreciate you for being out. I'm thinking it's all good. So I go and text her back. That bitch did not go through. I did not think I was gonna get blocked on that one.
He said, I got blocked real
quick, bro. I'm like, but it's like, that's what I'm saying, bro. She just so, that's why I fuck with her still, cause she's such an evil mastermind. She's like, yeah, like, it was like, I don't like she really be putting through, like, she's still like my favorite muse, you know what I'm saying? Like, she put me through some shit.
She's the one that created his villain origin story, bro.
Yeah, bro, I'm telling you, bro, she was the motherfucker who killed my parents in the alley. I'm telling, bro, I can tell you. And it was like that. But much love to her. Shout out to Shanti, man. If you ever see this.
Hey, you gotta send it to her, bro.
That's what I did, bro. We're gonna get into that later. That's some real sad boy shit. Like, I don't do it no more, but I used to, like, find ways to, like, get in touch. Because she would hit me from, like, different accounts, like, every year. Like I said, she got it marked on the calendar, like, every year. Like, even this year, that's how I started talking to her again. They was there. Angel, all my roommates was at the crib. I'm sitting there, and I'm just chilling. It's January 4th. I'm like, we just finished shooting the New Year freestyle video. And out of nowhere, bro, I get a tweet. And I'm like, bro, when did she get another Twitter, bro? I'm like, I get a tweet, and it's just, yeah, Drew, I'm really not that mad at you. Like, just instantly going into it. And I'm just like, all right, fuck, now I got to deal with that. So it was like, man, just keep reopening that wound, but it's worth it because, you know, the music be fire, you know, coming out of it. So, but that song, you know, we was going through it, broke it off with her, you know, just because I'm like, even in the hook, you know, I would say wait on me, but I would never, because you'll be waiting on my ass forever. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, yeah, you feel me? Like, that's the bar right there. Like, that's the epitome of how I be feeling with, like, a lot of women. Even when we was talking about just, like, you know, why I can't have no girl, you know what I'm saying? Just because I'm like, I know that, you know, I'm married to the game right now. So it's just like, what I'm going to do? You know? It's like, yeah.
Man, you went crazy with that one because I've talked about that so many fucking times, bro. Like, you don't understand. Like, I probably talked about it in like 3 or 4 different episodes where I just honestly felt like I've told girls, like, yo, this right here, this is the most important thing in my life right now.
The dedication. That's what it is.
That was the fucking, like, theme of last year. Like, this is the only thing that matters. If you're down to be around and you're down to be, like, 5th on the priority list, cool. You're not going to receive a text back right away. You're not going to see me every fucking day.
Exactly.
Like, you can want to see me. I want you to want to see me. But I got fucking priorities.
And that's the thing, man, too. It's just like, I don't know, man. I just feel like I be such an empath sometimes. It's like, it can't even sit right on my conscience. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like, of course, you know, Ashanti, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, she ride or die. So she was like, yeah, she's like, I'm with it. Like, you know, like she wanted to, you know, she thrives in this type of, you know, lifestyle. But I was like, man, like, just me thinking about it, I'm like, what kind of life is that? You know what I'm saying? Like, having, you know, just sitting around for somebody, you know what I'm saying? I was like, it just didn't, I ain't fuck with it. So that's what I was like, one of the driving forces behind me being like, yeah, like, I can't do that. But that's why, like, if I feel like I'm doing, you know, a disservice to somebody, it's like, it'll eat me up. So I just be like, nah, I'd rather just break it off and deal with the repercussions versus, you know, holding somebody hostage. You know what I'm saying? So
Sad boys for real.
Sad boys for real, man.
Have you heard of August Alsina?
Yeah.
Okay, so check out the song Wait. If you haven't heard it,
I'm gonna check it out.
That's my fucking song, bro.
August Alsina, bro, man, cold.
Shit, finally somebody that fucking heard of August Alsina, bro.
People don't know about August Alsina?
Bro, hella people don't know about August Alsina. Like, I be mentioning that shit all the fucking time. They're like, who the fuck is that? I'm like, I got you right now, bro.
They don't even know about him from the Entanglements. I'm like, bro, like, that's like, if the new fans, I'm like, but I've been on August Alsina since, like, middle school, since I Love It.
Testimony, yeah.
Put some respect on August Alsina name. Oh, y'all, man. For real.
Damn, yeah, that relationship definitely took a toll on you, bro.
I just take the good with the bad, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's like, at least it ain't completely lost, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, me being the devious person I am, I'm like, I'm always looking for, I'm always trying to keep that line of communication open. So it's like, all right, when I do get to where I'm going, like, I can always just kind of step back in, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I still got to keep tabs, you know, like, on the people. Even if it's a girl I talk to for like a week, I'm still going to check up. I'll be like, man, what you doing? Like, just in case.
I think that, and this is just me personally, bro, like, I think that sometimes it's best to just let that shit go, and if it falls into place later, it falls into place later. There's this one girl that I genuinely think that, man, this is the girl that was my villain origin story, bro. This fucking girl, like, cut everything off. Like I said, I had like 3 episodes ago now.
Mm-hmm.
I had said, like, I don't know if she knows this shit exists, but I'm pretty sure that one day I'll have another conversation with her.
Yeah.
Whether I want that girl around still, I don't want to say fuck no on here, but definitely, like, I don't think so. Personally, I think that, like, just you grow so much, bro. Like,
yeah, that's when y'all become different people, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, that was what, you know, like 3 years ago, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, and I already, just even, you know, talking to her now, it's just like, I already see, like, you know, it's different paths that you choose, and it's like, I can't fault nobody for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just what it is.
Mm-hmm. And think about where you were 3 years ago, and think about where you are right now, bro.
Exactly, man. That's what I'm like. Sometimes, man, you just gotta let that shit just breathe. You know what I'm saying? Just keep it playing, you know. And it's like, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. You know, that's what it is.
So let me ask you one question, bro. Do you feel like you've experienced enough to settle down right now?
Nah, definitely not. Like, I can say that with my whole chest. Off top, like, yeah, it's so, like, bro, like, this ride, like, I don't even think like if this was a fucking roller coaster, like we ain't even started. Not even we ain't even on the ankle. Like we ain't even start moving yet. Honestly, like this shit finna get crazy. Like it's just the people around me. Like it's kind of like already too big to fail. You know what I'm saying? It's just like between Angel and my other manager, Mitty. You know, shout out her. Like it's a powerhouse. You know what I'm saying? Like this shit is just too unstoppable. So that's why I'm like, it's just so much shit that's about to happen. And so much shit that's even happening right now to where it's like I would be limiting myself, you know what I'm saying? Like, again, I don't want to do myself a disservice, so I'm going to just block it out of my mind, you know what I'm saying? So, but I mean, you do got the moments where it's like everybody got the human nature to where it's like, damn, like, especially you got this nigga Zell over there with his girl. Yeah, baby, you want something to eat, baby? I got you, baby. You know, I love you too. You know what I'm saying? Like, you look at that, you like, oh, that's kind of nice, you know? But yeah, both of these niggas, bro, both of my roommates, they, you know, be all caked up and shit. And I'll just be, let me go in my room and cry.
You mentioned that, bro. You had mentioned that to me where you're like, you know, on them lonely nights, right? Them lonely nights.
That's a Daniel Caesar line. What song is that? Damn, what's that shit? Yeah, it's the joint. But you know what song I'm talking about, though. It's like, but my niggas can't hold me tight. And yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because it's true, bro. Like, you know, I love, you know, spending time, you know, with my homies and shit. But it's just like, I'm not finna come to them when I need the fucking affection and shit.
Or even when you got problems, bro. Like, the song I thought about personally was, for some reason, I've been really heavy on Maroon 5 lately. Oh. For some fucking reason. But misery, bro. Like, I am in misery. There ain't nobody who can comfort me.
Exactly.
Especially in your fucking situation. You know, he goes on, there ain't nobody that can comfort me. Why won't you answer me? Like, those situations where you don't have anybody that's going to understand you. You don't have anybody that's excited about the shit you're excited about.
Exactly.
And for me, that's like something I'm realizing like lately. Like, I have a lot of shit coming. I have a lot of interviews set up, and I get so fucking excited about it, bro. I go talk to somebody about it,
and they just like, oh, that's cool.
They don't give a fuck. They're like,
for real though. That's what I'm saying, man. It's definitely an island. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's almost like, you know, when they say like you know, a genius is always like the loneliest ones. You know what I'm saying? Because like people can't experience, you know, shit the same way they experience, you know what I'm saying? Not saying I'm a genius or nothing, but it's, you know, being a musician who's like deeply, you know, invested in their craft. It's like, you know, motherfuckers not getting excited about, you know, their computer not crashing or their computer running 16 plugins at the same time, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, at least I got Angel over here to fake it with me, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like everybody else, oh man. But what that mean though? And I'm like, all right, never mind, bro. You got it.
That shit's so annoying, and it makes you feel a certain type of way, you know, just like you said, lonely, bro. It makes you feel fucking lonely. Like, damn, the only person that gives a fuck, and Vic, just like you said, Vic can fake it with me, but he's never gonna fucking like understand how deep I feel that shit, because, and the problem is, my main problem is, I think back to like, damn, this girl would have fucking cared, but then I'm like, whatever, bro. It'd be like that.
And that's like, it's like you can't even fault them for it, because it's like, you know, everybody's experiences are mutually exclusive. So it's just like, you know, I'm like, man, you know, I'm gonna take this dub, and, you know, hopefully I find somebody who can share in this joy with me of having you know, a flawless mix. I'm like, everybody else can't do that though.
So in them lonely nights, right? What are your most prevalent thoughts?
Man. I mean, obviously my career, you know, just the trajectory of where I'll be at, you know, I'm a long-term thinker. Like, of course I like, you know, but I don't spend too much time on it. I'm more of like what's finna happen within the next, you know, few weeks to the next, you know, couple months, you know what I'm saying? So it's just always thinking about what can I like fail at, you know, today. Because, you know, it's like if you fail, you get it out the way, you know what I'm saying? So you always want to fail at something as fast as possible so you won't have to, you know, deal with that burden, and you can learn your lesson, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, you know, what can I fail at? What are my successes that I've had so far, and how can we capitalize on those? But then, you know, it's also just like thinking about, you know, will it be, you know, too late? You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to have that moment to where it's like, you know, like, not saying there's nothing wrong with it. I personally don't see myself being in this situation, or I hope that I won't be. But, you know, I don't want to be, you know, pulling a Drake, you know, when I'm 36 and I'm a certified lover boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I kind of want to be, you know, kind of locked down and a little more, you know, settled at that point. But, you know, when you so deep, you know, it's just time just be moving faster than you can, you know, you comprehend it, you know. So it's like, if I'm in my career and I blink my eyes and it's 10 years later and I got all these successes, but I'm just like, damn, you know, I'm still kind of just that, like, I feel like you stuck in that moment from when your success start, you know what I'm saying? Unless it has that moment to where it dies down. But like when you somebody like a Drake, you know, who I look up to and I aspire to have, you know, the similar career to, it's just like, you want to keep it going, you know, for like as long as possible. You know, Drake is on what, year 12? You know, it's like he's just unstoppable still. And it's like, when does that family life fit in? You know what I'm saying? So, but I be thinking about it. I'm like, maybe I'll just have a concubine. I had like five wives, you know what I'm saying? Something like that. But I don't know. We'll see. But these are definitely what be on my mind, you know, just chilling, you know, by myself. Because when you by yourself, you got a lot of time to think. And it's like, that's a good thing, it's a bad thing. But it's just like, man, you don't want to be left with your thoughts, you know, alone with your thoughts for too long.
True. I mean, especially at 21, bro. I promise you, those thoughts have gone through my mind 1,000 times. Where it's like, where do I want to be in 10 years, right?
Exactly.
Or what does a family life look like? You know, because right now, yeah, we're small, but eventually, like, that's not the end goal, bro.
Exactly.
The end goal is, I'm sure for you, win a Grammy. For me, it's to be able to host the Grammy, you know?
Exactly, you feel me? Yeah, it's like just really finding your ceiling and breaking through it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that's what everybody aspires, or at least should aspire, you know, for in the entertainment industry. And it's just like, man, when you putting so much effort and so much thought into it, you're just like, all right, when can I, you know, go on dates? You know what I'm saying? Like, low key, like, I had a date tonight. You know, I'm like, bro, I'm not going on that shit. Cause I'm like, bro, like, I barely made it here. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, man, it's just, you want to do things and you make the effort, but, you know, it's priorities.
And some people don't understand that, bro. I promise you, I can't promise you, but I can almost guarantee you that girl's probably gonna be fucking pissed off that, one, you're late. Two, she's gonna be like, oh, you didn't make time. Like, nah, bro, I got other shit to do.
I'm telling you, bro. And that's the thing, man, because it's like, you know, of course, you know, the natural response to somebody hearing about all the great things you got going on is, I want to be a part of that somehow. So, of course, I hit her up today, and I was like, yeah, I don't know, I don't think I'm going to be able to make it tonight. And she like, yeah, well, it's always there, so don't worry about it. I guarantee you I do that shit like 1 or 2 more times. She not G'ing for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's finna be like, all right, well, I don't think our lifestyles match up. And I'm like, I agree. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. So, but I mean, it's easy to get, you know, like, fucked up about it. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to be like, oh, woe me. You know what I'm saying? But, like, you got to take that and, like, put it into your work. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, even how, you know, macabre and lonely and sad it is, you just like, man, like, it definitely can't be in vain now. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I'm like, how much shit that didn't happen, you know what I'm saying? So it can't be in vain.
Yeah, bro. I mean, with situations like that, you know, just like you said, although it's dark to think about, like, not as much as people will support you and say, like, I got you, I'm down for it. Nobody's got you like you got you.
Facts, bro. That's what I'm saying, man. That's just all you hear is just, yeah, I support you. And it's like, man, but, like, where you at, though? You know what I'm saying? Like, you want with me shooting in the gym? You know, like what the fuck?
All right, bro. Last question I do got for you is, this one was kind of just a random one. What situation makes you feel like you start questioning a lot of shit? So I feel like everybody's got a triggering situation. What's that for you?
That's a good question. It's like really the first time I ever thought about it. Shit, when I'm broke. Like, that's what it is, bro. It's like, man, you go one day, like, thank God it ain't been, you know, like that for, you know, for a good, you know, month or so, but it's just like, you go and check and you just like, damn, bro, you're like, I'm broke as fuck. You're like, I need to do something to get some money, and I need to do that shit fast. But, like, see, it's like my morals and my values, like, always keep me in check too, thank God. So it's like, I never be like, yeah, let me go and, you know, hit this lick or whatever, go hit a stain, or, you know, let me go sell some, you know, some shit. But I'm just like, man, thank God I got these opportunities around me to be like, all right, yeah, I'm gonna go cut a demo for this, this sync thing or whatever. And I know at least I'm gonna get this demo fee of like 150, 200, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's like the main thing, like you never want money to be the motivator, but that shit definitely makes it a lot smoother, you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit definitely make it, worthwhile. So
Money doesn't create happiness, but it makes life a lot fucking easier.
you feel me, bruh? Say that shit again. That's what I'm saying.
Man, there's so much more that we could literally keep talking about. Sad boys for real. Sad boy shit all
Sad
fucking
boy
day,
shit
bro.
all day, bro.
But before we cut out, bro, I really want to talk about what the shit you got going on. I know there's a lot of projects you guys got going on, a lot of visuals. So go ahead and touch on that. Talk on your sync thing too, bro.
Yeah, man. We got visuals. We trying to put out 2 a month from at least the first quarter from now to March, and then that's gonna lead into an EP. That's gonna lead into my, first, true shows in Chicago. So I'm excited for that. Yeah, we just trying to pump them out, and it's just me, Yuya, and Angel just kind of putting this shit together, and it's coming together. So it's like we just want to keep the momentum going and hopefully grow our team and just get bigger over time, which will happen. January 28th, Kama Sutra coming out. February 14th, Valentine's Day, Hopeless Romantic and Simpin' is coming out. And then probably February 28th, Out on Judge is coming out. And then we got the March dates and then eventually the EP. So we finna be out here, man.
Is there a date set for the EP?
We don't got a date yet, but just know that shit gonna be fire. It's gonna have all of the visuals, or all of the songs that have visuals to it on there, and then like 3 bonus tracks. So it's gonna be a nice offering for fans to kind of just get it packaged up and revisit it, but also for new listeners to come and experience just that whole journey, and then obviously get new songs with it too. So I'm hyped.
I had a fucking blast today, bro.
Man, me too, bro. Y'all doing some great shit over there.
Thank you. And I really hope that whoever does watch this, they become a fan. They learn like who you are and really do care about the music, because these are real fucking stories. Like we were just talking about, bro, waiting forever. You don't want somebody waiting on you forever. But even though you want them to be like, I got you, no, realistically, you can't ask that of somebody.
Exactly, man. And that's what it is. Like, and for new listeners and potential fans, you know what I'm saying? Like, my goal is just to be as relatable and honest as possible, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like that's somewhat lacking, today. Not saying that, of course, you got people out there that's, telling their story, but everybody don't want to hear, like, the same story all the time. Everybody don't want to hear the same perspective of the same story all the time, like, So it's like, even my name, Drew the Kiid, it's like not saying I'm childish, 3 eyes off top. But I'm not saying kid as in childish, but, kid as in childlike, you know what I'm saying? It's a difference in those mentalities, to where if you childlike, you have a sense of wonder about everything. Everything is exciting. Everything is, everything has potential, you know what I'm saying? But if you childish, it's like it's that lack of dedication, lack of attention to detail. So, yeah, I'm going to just give y'all the real, and I'm going to talk about my life and my experiences and, say it in a very fun, or sometimes not fun, but very entertaining way. That's the goal.
Yeah, bro. I love that. You don't want to tell the same story in the same perspective. And he don't want to be a certified lover boy by 36.
All right, I'm like, man, even someday, the kid got to grow up. It's just what it is.
He might have to change his name later.
You're right. That's what everybody always do. What you going to change your name to? I don't know, man. I might just be a kid for life. But like I said, childlike and not childish. That's the goal.
Well, I really appreciate you coming on, bro. And you know how we close out the show, bro. You got to introduce your significant item.
Oh, man, where's that? Zell, pass me my bat. No, this bat is significant because I played baseball for 13 years, from 3 years old to my junior year of high school, and then before I switched over to the music. But my cousin gave me this bat. He was this the bat he used at Chicago State, where he won, like, Athlete of the Year and all this shit. So, I don't know, it's just always, like, a good luck charm. And, like, I could never really, like, I was always too weak, like, in high school to, like, swing this shit, but I just always had it in my bat bag. And I was, like, I think I, like, hit, like, 2 times with it. But, yeah, this was a gift from him to me. So, I don't know, I just always got it with me to remind me of, like, my roots and shit and keep the family close.
That's what's up, bro. And I really appreciate you coming on. Man, I had a fucking blast. We went for fucking an hour just straight vibing, bro.
That's crazy. We just vibing. I appreciate y'all for having me. And, y'all got some real cool shit going on here and I'm excited to see y'all grow.
Thank you, bro.
At the same time as I grow. So let's get this shit. You know, it's crazy. Y'all my first in-person interview.
There you go, bro. I broke it. I broke the first one. Shit. Hey, well, thank you guys for watching. Drew the Kid, Sad Boys for Real. Go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe. And that'll be it for Sad Boy Radio. Peace out.
This is Sad Boy Radio.
Oh, shit. I forgot, man. I thought he was throwing up a peace sign the whole time, bro.